watch Rise of Gru. So it's the second Minions movie, but it's also a Despicable Me prequel film. And now we've got, a couple films of Gru being a good guy. And now we're seeing him as, I want to be a villain, I want to be, like whatever, right? And so then he's going through his motions of trying to like do all that stuff. And the Minions are just looking after him and they just want to look after him. So the whole time is like, they love him and they're trying to protect him. And then he gets kidnapped and they go on a cross-country road trip trying to fucking save him. And at the same time, he ends up getting his mentor, Wild Knuckles, before the actor passed away, unfortunately. Or Alan Arkin, I think is who it was. But anyway, like, so I really like the Rise of Gru. Like, I feel like the first in the franchise being it's Despicable Me 1 and Despicable Me, and then the Minions movie, they're both shitty. But when they get to the sequels, it gets a little bit better. And so, like, Despicable Me 4, I'm excited for. I want to see what they're going to do with it.
They're actually doing that?
Yeah, it was already, it's supposed to, like, yeah, like, I think it's already, like, quote unquote done. Like, the Minions, here's the thing, the Minions got delayed because of COVID. So they were still working on Despicable Me 4 after the Minions Rise of Gru. So, like, it's close. I think it will come out, like, next summer, probably, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if I'll bother with it. I didn't watch the Minions movies.
You should do Rise of Gru. Rise of Gru is pretty good. I think you would really like Rise of Gru.
Can I just watch that?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, you already know the general story, right?
Well, yeah,
it has no connection. It has no connection to Minions.
Okay.
Like, it's literally,
check it out sometime.
Yeah, it's like 12-year-old Gru, and he's so instead of like instead of Freeze Ray, he's got a Cheese Ray.
Mm-hmm. That does sound pretty adorable. Honestly.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, like, what do you want to be when you're up? I want to be a supervillain. And then he gets out of school and they go to Jaws. So this is 1975. They go to Jaws and he throws in a stink bomb and clears out the theater because it's sold out. And then him and the Minions just sit there, him with the mask on, and watch Jaws. Sweet. And they're laughing at how scary it is, and it's just little things like that. And you've got like for the voice cast, you've got, I said, Alan Arkin, Lucy Lawless is in it. You've got Taraji P. Henson. There's Jean-Claude Van Damme, John DiMaggio, so the voice of Bender. They always seem to pull
some good talent into those movies.
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme plays like fucking French, the Claw, or whatever his name is. Like, I forget, but it's just like the whole thing's kind of crazy. And it's Michelle Yeoh's in the film, and like it's more with the Minions. They add a new Minion in named Otto. And I don't know what the fuck happened to Otto for Despicable Me 1, 2, 3, and also the Minions movie. Because he's a fat chunky boy.
Yeah.
He's a chunky Minion. But I like that movie. I do like other the films in the franchise. But I just still really hate the first Minions and the first Despicable Me. They just never, it's just because they're filled with unlikable characters, and the likability of the Minions only goes so far because the Minions have to have something to do and someone to bounce off of.
Well, they're also very minimally involved in the first film. Like, they're mostly a background element for a few side gags,
Yeah. So, Taylor here says Gru is a villain turned anti-hero. Yeah. I mean, he is. He definitely is. But I like I do like some of those movies. And then what's the other one I was thinking of? Oh yeah, and then Sing 1 and 2 I think are awesome. For Illumination.
That's yeah, I mean, I don't like.
Have you not seen the Sing movies?
I've seen them. I have seen them.
Are you telling me that you don't find
I don't hate them, but
the pig attractive?
Excuse me.
I have to admit, I do.
I'm more attracted to the rat played by Seth MacFarlane. At least that's Seth MacFarlane's voice.
Yeah, of course. Regrets. I've had a few, but